What if I told you that the biggest thief of happiness isn't failure, heartbreak, or even loss? What if I told you it's something you do every single day without realizing it? The biggest thief of happiness is comparison. And today, you'll learn how to stop it from stealing your joy forever. Meet Ethan, a 25-year-old living in a bustling city. On the outside, Ethan had everything going for him: a decent job, a caring family, and good health. Yet deep down, he felt stuck. For years, Ethan had dreamed of starting his own design studio, but he hadn't taken a single step toward it. Every morning, Ethan would wake up and immediately check Instagram. He'd see his college friend Daniel posting pictures with his brand new BMW. Then he'd see his neighbor Sarah celebrating her promotion to manager. Next, his cousin Mark posting vacation photos from Switzerland. By 9 a.m., before Ethan even had his morning coffee, he had already convinced himself that everyone else was living a better life. Why is everyone so successful while I'm stuck in the same place? He thought. What's wrong with me? Ethan didn't realize it, but he was drowning in one of the deadliest traps of modern life: the comparison game. One evening, Ethan sat alone in his small apartment, scrolling endlessly through social media. Post after post showed people achieving the very things he dreamed of. The more he scrolled, the smaller he felt. That night, Ethan tossed and turned, his phone screen still glowing beside him. His chest felt heavy, his throat tight, as if the weight of the whole world was pressing down on him. Finally, he whispered to himself, "I'll never be as good as them. Maybe I'm just ordinary. Maybe I'll never measure up." The next morning, Ethan's grandfather noticed the sadness on his face. "Son, you look troubled. What's on your mind?" Ethan poured out his heart. "Grandpa, everyone around me is doing so well. I feel like I'm falling behind in life. I'll never catch up." His grandfather listened quietly, then said with a calm smile, "Come with me to the terrace garden." On the rooftop, his grandfather had created a beautiful garden filled with tall sunflowers, small marigolds, fresh mint plants, and even a mango tree. "Ethan, look at this garden," his grandfather said. "Tell me, which plant is the best?" Ethan looked puzzled. I don't know, Grandpa. They're all different." "Exactly," his grandfather replied. Then he leaned closer and asked softly, "Tell me, Ethan, do you think the marigold ever lies awake at night wishing it were taller? Or that the mint plant feels jealous of the mango tree?" Ethan chuckled. "That would be silly." "Then why?" his grandfather asked gently. "Do you spend your days wishing to be like others?" The marigold brings color and fragrance. The mint gives flavor. The sunflower provides seeds. The mango tree gives fruit. Each plant has its own gift. He scooped a handful of soil and let it fall through his fingers. This same soil nourishes all of them, but each grows in its own way. They don't compete with each other. They simply grow. "But Grandpa," Ethan said, "on social media, it looks like everyone has perfect lives." His grandfather nodded knowingly. "Social media is like looking only at the flowers in this garden. You forget the roots, the hard work, the seasons when they don't bloom. You see Daniel's new car, but do you know the sacrifices he made? The 14-hour work days, the vacations he skipped? You see Sarah's promotion, but not the weekends she spent studying for years to earn it. People show their highlights, Ethan, not their hardships." He paused, then said, "Think of fish and birds. A fish is a master of water. It can dive deep, explore underwater worlds. A bird is a master of the sky. It can soar high, travel across continents. But what if the fish spent its life wishing it could fly like the bird? Ethan thought for a moment. It would forget how incredible it is at swimming. Exactly. It would waste its life wanting to be something it's not, instead of becoming the best fish it could be. That conversation changed Ethan forever. Instead of starting his mornings with social media, he began with gratitude, writing down 3 things he was thankful for. Instead of comparing his behind the scenes to others' highlight reels, Ethan focused on his own growth. He enrolled in a digital marketing course, something he had always wanted to pursue. Within 6 months, he had developed new skills and landed a better job. A year later, he started his own freelance business. But the most powerful change wasn't in his career, it was in his happiness. Ethan discovered that when you stop comparing yourself to others, you finally start appreciating yourself. He realized he had always been enough. He just needed to stop looking sideways and start looking forward. Today, Ethan mentors young professionals, and the first lesson he teaches them is this: your journey is yours alone. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing a mountain to an ocean. Both are magnificent, but in completely different ways. The sun doesn't compete with the moon. They both light up the sky, but at different times, in different ways. That's how people are meant to be too. Remember, you are not behind in life. You are not falling short. You are exactly where you need to be on your unique journey. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Your story is just beginning, and it's going to be beautiful, but only if you stop trying to write it like someone else's. Your path is your power. Your journey is your gift. Your uniqueness is your strength. So stop scrolling, stop comparing, and start living your own story, because your path is waiting.